Welcome back. This is a series of videos that is focusing on making sure our Word documents are accessible. This is our last video and we're going to be looking at what fonts you should be using in your Word document. First, you have to consider the font size. You don't want to go any smaller than a 10-point font because if you get smaller than that, it's going to be difficult to read. So how you can check your font or change your font, you select the text that you want, come up here to your font box, and you can select the font size that you want. There's a 10-point font. We don't want to go smaller than that. You can also adjust the size by coming to these increase font size or decrease font size. So you just click on that and it will bump it up to the next font level. You also want to be sure that you think about your type of font, as in a typeface. You want to use a sans serif font, such as Arial or Helvetica. The reason you want to do that is because they are easy to read on a screen and they are easy to blow up and look clean. What is a sans serif font? Let's start by looking at a serif font. Fonts can be divided into several groups, one of them being serif and sans serif. A serif font has these serifs, or these extra little projections coming out of them. You can see them down here on the R, the I. If you come up here on the I, you can see how right here you've got an extra little piece that's sticking out the bottom of the Fs. These are easier to read in printed format. So if you are going to be handing out something that is going to be printed only, you can consider that. But if they're going to be reading anything on a screen, you want to use a sans serif font, which means it does not have those extra little pieces. So here you can look at the I. It doesn't have anything on the bottom. It doesn't have anything on the top. It's very clean, very simple. And again, it's easier to read on the computer because you're not dedicating extra pixels for that letter. Try not to use floating text boxes, tracking text, or comments because those are not accessible. The students won't be able to see that. If you have a picture that has text in it or has a quote in it, make sure that you include that in your alt text so that way any students that are using a screen reader can understand what is in that picture.